Hey guys, it's Cameron Fleming with the Fleming team, and we are back with our monthly market report. We want our clients to be the most informed on what's happening in the market when they're ready for their real estate transaction. So we want to continue to update you guys every month so that month by month, you know how to treat the market when it's time for you to have a real estate transaction. Now, today we're going to be talking about what's going on in the market for both buyers and sellers. We're going to kind of break things up into the kind of normal categories that we like to break them up to. We're going to kind of talk about what's going on for buyers and sellers under 300,000, and then kind of compare that to the market in terms of what's going on with buyers and sellers above 300,000. We're also going to talk a little bit about foreclosures and forbearance and what to kind of expect there. So stay tuned. We're here to give you all the insight you need to move forward in your real estate transaction. All right, guys. So let's first talk a little bit about what's going on in terms of buying and selling a property under 300,000. Now, buying and selling a property under 300,000, what we're seeing here in August and what we predict to see, all the way up until fall is we predict this market to continue to be very robust and competitive. Now, while it is still going to be very competitive and you're likely to be competing with multiple offers in this price point, with schools starting up, families kind of, getting into their routine, I don't expect for you to, be seeing, 10 and 15 offers in on these properties 300,000 and under, but you are still likely to be competing with offers. And what I've seen is, while there may not be 10 or 15 offers, you kind of have this segment of people who missed out on properties this summer, and so they are really still, presenting very competitive offers in order to ensure that they get something now. So it's still competitive in terms of, what you need to do to win. And, we can definitely help you out to understand what you need to do in today's market to win a property. And then it's also, one of those things where it's important to know as a seller, how you meet the market to kind of create this robust environment, especially as less buyers are in the market right now. Okay. So that's kind of what's going on under 300,000. Now, above 300,000, and really when I say above 300,000, I mean, 400, 500, 600. We are seeing a little bit of a slow, right? So, there's an opportunity where you may not be competing against another offer in that 400, 500, $600,000 range, which kind of gives you an opportunity to not have to do as many things that we were having to see people do this summer, like, go well above ask, waive appraisal, all these different things. We're seeing a few less situations where there's a ton of competition. So as a seller, if you're in this price point and you're trying to sell a home, that's something to definitely consider. This summer, even in those $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 ranges, you were able to kind of say, "Hey, look, we're gonna shoot for the stars in terms of pricing," and kind of be able to command that. But as we're seeing, less buyers in the market, I think we really have to watch how we price homes, and I also think that it is important to really understand that you're probably not going to sell your home in the first day like you would have done this summer. Days on market is going to start expanding a little bit, and I'm not predicting a decline in the market. What's going to happen is what always happens every year, which is a slow in the market. Okay, around this time, as things get settled, there's a little bit of a slow in the market as families go back to school, and so I think it may be like a great opportunity for someone if they potentially have a home that they need to sell, right, in that $300,000 range and under. And they want to buy a home in maybe that $500,000 or $600,000 range. I think it's an opportunity for you to still have, a slightly competitive market for the sale of your home, but on the purchase side, you have things starting to slow down, right? So you can kind of get that win-win there if you're looking to buy and then sell and then buy a new home, right? In that higher price point. Now, I want to talk a little bit about foreclosures and forbearance. So we have good news this month. Forbearance across the United States has dropped below 2 million, right? So less than 2 million homes are still on forbearance. And I think an even greater silver lining that we're seeing is what's happening when people get off of forbearance, and also the equity that people have in their home right now. So two things. So the people that are in forbearance, about 80% of those people have at least 10% equity in their home, right? So it's unlikely for these people to have to foreclose even when forbearance ends, because worst case scenario, really, they can just sell their home and be able to walk away, scot-free, okay? And secondly, what we're seeing is as people come off of forbearance, the banks are working with them, right? So two things are happening. Either people are just paying off what they have owed during forbearance, or two, the bank is working out some kind of deal, whether it's putting the forbearance to the back of the loan or slightly modifying the loan terms. The bank is inclined to work out something with these people instead of foreclose. Now, if we look back at the housing crisis that happened between 2006 and 2014, $9.3 million homes were either foreclosed on or sold in a distressed state, right? And so economists predict with the way things are going, we're only going to have about maybe 160,000 homes that actually go into foreclosure. Okay, so this is just not going to be enough homes in order to create a ripple in the market where we see a foreclosure crisis and prices decrease because of it. So if you're thinking and you're sitting back and you're waiting for prices to decrease because of foreclosures that you anticipate to happen, there's probably about zero chance that that's going to happen. Okay. And so, guys, that is my monthly market update for August. I hope this really helped you. If you have questions about particular statistics or purchasing a home here in the Columbia or surrounding areas, my team is here to help you. We want you to be the most informed buyer or seller out here in the market. And until next time, guys, peace.